Have you ever looked out at your garden and felt like something was missing? Maybe the plants just aren't thriving the way you dreamed they would. The leaves might look a little pale, the flowers a little less vibrant. You've given them water, you've made sure they get plenty of sunshine, but the soil itself just looks tired. It can feel heavy and dense, almost like clay or sandy and dry. A garden that struggles like this is often missing its most important residents. When you dig into that soil with a trowel, what do you find? If your scoop comes up with nothing but dense, lifeless dirt, that's the heart of the problem. Their absence is a sign the soil has lost vitality. Your soil has lost its soul. You might not think about it much, but the lack of worms creates a chain reaction that makes the whole plant vulnerable. So let's talk about these little heroes I mentioned. Worms. I know they're not the prettiest creatures in the garden, but they are hands down the most important. Think of them as the gardeners who work the night shift, the silent partners in our quest for beautiful blooms. Earthworms are nature's master builders. They spend their entire lives tunneling through the soil, creating pathways for air and water. As worms move through the soil, they eat decaying organic matter. What comes out the other end is worm castings, and let me tell you, it's pure gold. This process improves the soil's structure, making it loamy and crumbly, the kind of soil that feels good in your hands. When you have plenty of worms, you are creating a resilient garden, one that can better withstand periods of drought or heavy rain. Worms build that strong foundation. They are the difference between soil that is simply holding a plant and soil that is actively nurturing it. I've tried all sorts of things to improve my garden beds, fancy fertilizers, complicated soil amendments, but the one simple trick that made the biggest difference is something you might already have in your kitchen. It's not fancy and it's not expensive. My secret ingredient for attracting worms is wonderfully simple. Oatmeal. Yes, plain old-fashioned uncooked oats. It might sound strange at first, but think about what worms love. It starts to make sense. Worms are drawn to decomposing organic materials. They love things that are soft, moist, and easy to digest. Uncooked oatmeal, when damp from the soil, becomes a 5-star meal for earthworms. It's like putting out a welcome feast for new neighbors. The scent of damp, decomposing oats travels through the ground as an invitation. Worms from surrounding areas will follow the trail to the meal. Unlike chemical fertilizers that can harm soil balance, oatmeal is completely safe and natural. We're not forcing anything. We're providing an irresistible incentive for nature's best gardeners. It's a quiet, patient approach that yields incredible results. Now, I want to walk you through exactly how to use this little oatmeal trick in your own garden. The first thing you need is a box of plain, uncooked oats. Avoid the instant packets with added sugar, salt, and flavorings. Once you have your oats, head out to the garden bed you want to bring back to life. You'll want to do this when the soil is a little bit damp, but not soaking wet. Now simply take a handful of the dry oats and sprinkle them lightly over the surface of the soil. You don't need a thick layer at all. A light dusting is all it takes. Gently work the oats into the top inch or two of soil. Use a small hand rake or just your fingers. The goal is not to till deeply, but just to cover the oats with a thin layer of dirt. The final step is the easiest. Just add water. Give the garden bed a gentle watering to moisten the oats and start the process. And that's it. You've officially laid out the welcome mat. Now you just need to be patient. Within a week or two, you'll start to notice a change. If you gently dig into the soil, you'll begin to see more and more wonderful little earthworms making a home in your garden. Attracting the worms with oatmeal is just the first step. To truly bring your garden back to life, you need to create an environment where they will want to stay, thrive, and multiply. The most important thing is to continue feeding them. One of the best ways is by mulching. Apply a 2 to 3 inch layer of organic mulch. Shredded leaves, straw, grass clippings, or aged wood chips all work perfectly. Keep the soil consistently moist. Worms breathe through their skin. Their skin must stay damp. Don't keep it soaking wet. Aim for a wrung-out sponge, moist, not soggy. Be gentle with your soil. Tilling every spring destroys tunnels and eggs. Try no-dig instead. Layer compost on top and let worms mix them in. I've always believed that a home tells a story, and a garden is the very same. Worms give your garden its soul, energy, activity, interconnectedness. I saw it at our farmhouse garden bed. The soil was like concrete, but I layered on compost, mulch, and tried the oatmeal trick. Slowly but surely, things began to change. One day, I dug in and found 3 fat, happy earthworms. It was a victory. From that day on, the garden transformed. So, as you stand in your garden, I want you to see it not just for what it is today, but for what it can become. If your soil is tired, don't feel discouraged. See it as a beautiful opportunity. That little handful of oatmeal is more than just a trick. It's a gesture of welcome. You're saying to the world beneath your feet, "This is a good place to be. Come and make your home here." Imagine the joy you'll feel when you find that soil soft, dark, and crumbly. Imagine seeing your plants stand taller, with greener leaves and brighter blossoms. This is about more than just growing a pretty garden. It's about connection, understanding that the ground beneath us is vibrant and living. When you nurture the soil, you create a healthier space for everything. So please, give it a try. Go out there with your box of oats and offer that simple invitation. Be patient, be observant, and be ready to be amazed by the resilience of nature. Before you know it, your garden will be a place that feels truly alive. This is your chance to create your own little Eden, to write a beautiful story of renewal, growth, and the simple, quiet magic of a garden teeming with life.